Hello, my name is Everett, and I'm going to read a speech for you today. When President Obama stated that we had decoupled economic growth from CO2 emissions, all of the mainstream climate groups heaved a great sigh of relief. This meant they would never have to mention capitalism nor challenge the notion that we could have unlimited growth on a finite planet. It meant we would never have to put up the American way of life for negotiation. It meant we could look to a kinder, gentler, greener capitalism to save us from this predicament. We could still have robust quarterly earning reports. We would just have to give up those damn straws. The problem is, Obama was dead wrong. Decoupling is a fucking myth. This is the kind of wishful thinking that brought us to this crisis in the first place. In her book, This Changes Everything, author Naomi Klein wrote, "The real inconvenient truth is that it isn't carbon, it's capitalism." Many well-meaning liberals read those words and instantly forgot them. Surely, she didn't mean changing everything. We believe the problem, as indigenous peoples around the world have been trying to tell us since colonization, runs even deeper than our political economy. We believe the real illness is the white culture's relationship to nature. But either way, we need to loosen capital's grip on our bodies and our minds. This changes everything. The exploitation of people has everything to do with the exploitation of the biosphere. Gross inequality and global injustice are symptoms of the same disease. But won't green capitalism be our savior? As author Richard Smith has demonstrated, it is a God which has failed. The dream that we can continue our obscene rate of consumption, only powered by renewable energy, turns out to be a goddamn nightmare. Threatening other equally critical planetary boundaries. And as Greta says, our house is on fire. And this changes everything. Of course, it is easier to imagine the end of life on our planet than it is the end of industrial civilization, the end of capital's rule. It turns out that colonization extends to our own imaginations and leaves us believing there is truly no alternative. We are programmed to believe new technology and innovation driven by competition will save us. But this is just another form of climate denial. Young people understand it is time to fight for our minds. This changes everything. We are told salvation rests on the falling price of renewables, that we need only wait till the market sorts itself out and produces a rational outcome. Yet this is another symptom of the disease. Another case of our inner colonization. The price of all these things which support our lifestyle, from the biggest pickup truck to the cleanest Prius, has nothing to do with the actual cost to the planet, or to the drought-stricken farmers committing suicide, or to the migrants drowning each day in the Mediterranean Sea, or to the hundreds of species going extinct right now as I'm speaking. Those costs are buried, ignored, and nowhere reflected in the price. Sure, we want renewable energy, but not because it's cheaper. Cheaper than melted ice caps? Cheaper than bleached coral? We need to let go of those absurd logics which incentivize such perverse behavior and act. Act because it is the right thing to do, the just thing to do, and the sustainable thing to do. It has finally become fashionable to blame blame the crisis variously on corporate greed, sociopathic elites, brainwashed consumers, or corrupt politicians. Climate activists often talk of a broken system and look to technical fixes, legal restraints, political reforms, to shifts, upgrades, and adjustments. And sure, we want to stop the fossil fuel industry from drilling. Sure, we want cleaner energy. These will help, however briefly, in staving off the inevitable. But the system is not broken. Liberal democratic capitalism is doing exactly what it does. We don't need to fix it. We need to end it.